Fox News has ramped up their rhetoric in the past week, attacking teachers across the United States. Laura Ingraham, Tucker Carlson, other personalities on the network are out there actively either telling us that all teachers are groomers, or in the case of Tucker Carlson, directly calling for violence against teachers. Let me read a couple of comments here. This is from Laura Ingraham recently. When did our public schools, any schools, become what are essentially grooming centers for gender identity radicals? Liberals are sexually grooming elementary students. Now, it should go without saying that this is not true. There is no evidence to back up any of these claims, but of course, this is the new talking point that Republicans have collectively decided upon. So anybody who opposes their policies is now a groomer or a pedophile. That's what they're talking about. That's what all of them are saying. They're all on the same page, total unity. If you disagree with them, you're clearly a groomer. And schools and teachers are the biggest groomers of them all. Literally none of it is true, but their audience is not smart enough to figure that out. And then it gets worse. Here's what Tucker Carlson said late last week. I don't understand where the men are. Like, where are the dads, you know? Some teachers pushing sex values on your third grader. Why don't you go in and thrash the teacher? Like, this is an agent of the government pushing someone else's values on your kid about sex. Like, where's the pushback? Go in and thrash the teacher. Tucker Carlson wants the men to go out there and start beating up teachers for doing something that isn't actually being done. This is a call for violence against teachers. And if you think that this rhetoric from these individuals is not going to result in violence, then you haven't been paying attention to what's been happening in this country for the last 40 years. This will absolutely result in violence. Fox News will eventually have blood on their hands. And they won't ever be held accountable for any of it. That's the worst part of all of this. You know, we've got free speech in this country. They're allowed to say these things. And I'm not necessarily in favor of, censoring the media, but at some point, this cannot be considered protected speech. When the violence starts, and it will be because of what is being said on these networks, Fox News and others. The things being pushed by conservative politicians like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Ted Cruz. These people know exactly what they're doing, and that's why they're doing it. They want to see this violence. They wouldn't be harping on this issue if they didn't. This is a non-issue that Republicans have turned into the biggest thing in the country today. Schools are not packed with groomers. They're not packed with pedophiles. They're packed with underpaid, overworked individuals who devoted their lives to help kids learn. God bless it. That's what's happening here. I have many educators, by the way, in my family. I am married to one. I am friends with many more. And it sends me over the edge that these Fox News people are out there openly calling for violence against my friends and family. A school in my district yesterday was on lockdown because a parent phoned in a threat. Parent phoned in a threat. Now, they have not released details about that threat yet. But now I have to wonder, is it because this parent's a viewer of Tucker Carlson? Is it because they've been watching Laura Ingraham? Do they follow Marjorie Taylor Greene on Twitter? These threats will continue. They are happening now. And in the end, Fox News will have blood on their hands. Thanks for watching. And if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.